All right, I finally decided to upgrade my winch, and I found one while looking that really checked all my boxes as far as price, synthetic line, wireless remote, good reviews, mostly the price. And I got this one for 530 bucks on sale, and that was the Badlands Apex. Now I've seen a lot of really good reviews on that. I walked out the door paying $625, and that was with this beefy snatch block here that is set up to be able to take a synthetic shackle. So I'm excited to try that out. I figured I'm going to go ahead and unbox this for you guys, and I'm excited to see what's in there. I replaced, or this is going to replace, my quadratec winch, which has been a really great winch. But now that I have the truck, I found the need or want for 2 winches. So I figured this was a good opportunity to upgrade the one on the Jeep that gets used more. And then I'll put the quadratec on the front of the Ford. That way, you know, when we're out on Forest Service roads, I still have, you know, a winch to get us out if I don't have the Jeep with us. So anyway, it comes in a really nice box. Let me go ahead and lift this off the top. So inside you're gonna find some paperwork, guide to winching, a big sticker sheet, which is always nice. I think it's silly when something costs so much and it doesn't come with stickers. But I like stickers. If you've seen the back of my Jeep, that's obvious. You got your rope for pulling your hook. Nice, big, beefy hook. I've heard a lot of good things about these. Chris has this same winch on the front of his Toyota, and I got to watch it work. It works pretty good. Here is the wireless remote. Having a wireless remote was one of my big things that I wanted. You know, running that cable in your window kind of sucks. So it's gonna be nice to be able to have this. I'm gonna mount this little bag to my door, and I'll just keep this inside that bag. And then they also, there's my S10 flip project. It's magnetic, so if I'm fiddling with something or pulling the winch cable out, I can just set that on the hood and not have to worry about it falling or having to, you know, keep track of it too much. It feels good, and it is supposed to be waterproof as well, so that's nice. That was another big thing that I was looking for when I bought this winch, is the waterproof rating, and this has a good one. So there's the Hostile Fair Lead. Looks pretty good. Has some scuffs and stuff on it, some imperfections. If you can see that. I'm assuming this is aluminum. It doesn't look like it was cleaned up real well before packaging. But, I mean, that's okay. It's going on the front of a Jeep, so. This is the wire for the remote, in case you want to run it wired or the batteries die in that, you still can use it. Some mounting brackets. That's probably for being able to mount the control unit somewhere else. One of the leads, the power wires, the ground wire probably. Here's the power wire already attached. Some more cables. All right, let me go ahead and pull this winch out and set it on the bench. Really good. So already got one of the anti-abrasion sleeves on it. Really excited about the synthetic line. Now the handle is something I noticed on their display model. It works really smooth. It's actually a bit smoother than my quadratec. Nice logo on it. Apex. Notice it even says Badlands on the back. Another, oh, a couple more. These are sleeves, so if you're going over rocks or, you know, dirt or something that you don't want to drag your synthetic line over, you can set these up on there and be protected. Keep your line protected. There's the power kill switch. I don't think this does anything other than turn the power off, so you don't have to worry about draining your battery if there's some sort of draw. I'm not sure if I'll even need that. Just some more hardware and studs, cable, lead covers, and mounting hardware. All right, well, I'm really excited to mount this on the Jeep. I think it's gonna look really good. It seems to be quite a bit bigger than the one I have on there now, so hopefully that's not a problem. But worst case scenario, I'll grind on that bumper and make this work. Nice on-off switch. Oh, that controls whether you're using wireless or not. Nice rubber cover for that. I've read and listened to a lot of reviews on this winch, and so far the bad ones I've seen seem to be, you know, operator error. So I have yet to really see, you know, any complete failures, and from what I understand, this is Harbor Freight's attempt at, you know, making a more quality product and competing in, you know, the higher quality markets. And I think they did a really good job. It definitely looks the part, right? So anyway, here in the next few days, I'll go ahead and get that installed on the Jeep. All right, the winch is mounted on there. I'll go ahead and walk around the front of the Jeep and show you. Looks great. Really fits the look of my Jeep and what I'm going for. Really straightforward install. You have a positive and a negative wire that run to the battery, and then there's a smaller wire back here, kind of hard to see, but it attaches to a little nut and bolt there. You can see I trimmed my grill to better accommodate those wires coming out of the back of the winch. And then you have the Haas fair lead that mounts on the front, simply bolts on. 4 bolts hold the winch down, and that's that. So there was no need to show you. There's plenty of videos about how to install a winch on YouTube. So far everything looks great. Oh, got lost a D-ring there. And I've yet to get to use it. So what I'm gonna do now is what pretty much all winch manufacturers recommend, and that is to pretension my winch line. So in order to do that, I'm gonna throw on my gloves and run my winch line out. There are 3 main ways that I've seen online to do that. Some people say just use your body weight. You know, pull on that cable as you spool it in real slowly, and that should do it. One of the better ways, more popular ways, is to park your vehicle on an incline and winch it slowly up. That's probably the best way because you're gonna get more tension on that line. The third way, which I'm gonna do today, is to use a counterweight. You can use something heavy. I've seen people use lawnmowers. You could use your mom. You could use something else, like I'm gonna use that porta potty over there. It's a handicap unit. They weigh 350 pounds dry, So let's go ahead and get to it. First thing, you gotta wear your gloves, otherwise the internet freaks out. Grab your winch controller. And I'll show you one more thing on the front of this winch. Nope, not wanting to engage. There we go. It's in the engaged position. So I have this set to wireless. And if you wanted to use your wired controller, it plugs in there, and I assume you turn the wireless function off. I'm gonna leave it on. When I first set this up, I went to go use it and nothing happened, and I kind of panicked for a minute because I did not buy the additional insurance or warranty. But if you see up here, there is a button that says to hold for 3 seconds, and that's how you engage that, get that going. It's another Jeep pulling up. Pause for a second. That was a guy just swinging in to talk Jeeps. We both have ex-city Jeeps. They were both police Jeeps at one point. So anyway, let's get back to the video. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that. Oh, gotta turn that on. It says after a couple minutes it turns off. There's out. There's in. Now I'm gonna put it in free spool. I'm gonna pull that line out all the way. It's coming out nice and clean, but it's brand new, so that's why. I will say, you know, the manufacturers say to do this at least when you get it, but I'll say it's probably something you want to do between trips. You know, you're probably not gonna be able to do it between uses because you're gonna use your winch more than once on a trip. But when you get home after a trip and you're doing all your checklists of stuff and cleaning things up, it's probably a good idea to pull your cables out and retension them and make sure they're wound on nice and tight and clean. Otherwise, as I learned, you can get them pinched in there and then you go to use it and it doesn't want to come out. So I'm going to pull this just to here where the red line is showing. That's on there nice and tight. I'm going to re-engage it. And when you're using this, you want to leave about that many wraps on. That's why they color the last section so that you don't go past that point. So now we'll go hook this up. So the winch is re-engaged. And turn my wireless remote back on. And then see if I can hold the remote and the camera in the same hand. You're just gonna go in nice and slow. Try to get that wire, that rope, the coil, nice and clean. I've only done this a few times, so I'm not an expert at it. But once you get that all in there nice and clean, you can see the winch line's tight, then you should be pre-tensioned. You can see there's some tension on that. just going from side to side. Look at the moisture inside that rope. It's really interesting. And I'm just holding on to this line with my glove. And just guiding it a little bit by putting pressure one way or the other to get it to go where I want it to. Now we're getting closer to the end. When I do get to the end, I'm going to want to make sure that this anti-abrasion sleeve is all the way over there. And when I get to the last foot or two, I made a mistake. Your Jeep probably should be running when you do this, so you don't kill your battery. I got sidetracked and forgot that step. No problem, thanks to the Odyssey battery. Sleeve reminded me that I'm getting close to the end, so now I'm going to go ahead and unhook it. I'll pull some tension on it. Hook it back up on my D-ring. There is a little bit of a delay when you press that button. That should be good. Press the button for 3 more seconds. That red light goes out, it's off. And that's it. I'm going to leave it engaged until I need to use it. Then I will re-spool it, spool it out. Everything looks good. I did notice these stickers are off just a little bit. Just enough to irritate me. But, you know, it's not a Warn. It is a budget winch. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment and ask me. Any comments, do the same. I hope this video helped you in some way. If you are thinking about getting a new winch and want something that looks like one of the big dogs, you know, looks like a name brand, I would say this is a name brand by now. A lot of people are running this winch with really good luck. And as always, with any product that I get and review, I'll do updates. And I plan on videoing every use of this winch that I do, and eventually I'll do a actual review video of it. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.